Early calculating devices. Abacus. Abacus was one of the earliest calculating devices. It consists of a wooden frame with sliding beads. It can be used for addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. It was invented by the Chinese about 5,000 years ago. It is still in use in many countries. Napier's bones. John Napier, a Scottish mathematician, invented Napier's bones, also called Napier's rods. It consists of 9 bones or sticks with numbers marked on them. In this calculating device, the placement of sticks is done in such a way that the products and quotients of large numbers can be obtained. This device was mostly used for simplifying multiplications and divisions, as well as for calculating square roots and cube roots. Slide rule. William Outred created the first slide rule in 1622. The slide rule used tables and made multiplication and division simpler. Engineers and scientists through the 19th and the early 20th century took the help of this device to do calculations. Pascaline. Blaise Pascal, a French mathematician, invented the first mechanical computing device called Blaise Pascal's calculator or Pascaline. Thus, for the first time, a machine used gears and other mechanical devices to carry out mathematical calculations. Pascal invented his calculator in 1642 when he was only 19 years old. He made this calculator to help his father, who was a tax official, with calculations. Numbers were dialed on the metal wheels in front of the calculator, and solutions would appear in the small windows along the top. Charles Babbage, difference engine and analytical engine. Charles Babbage was a British mathematician, mechanical engineer, and inventor. He built a machine called difference engine to compute mathematical tables. In 1834, he was the first person to visualize the concepts that are used in modern computers: the input, process, output cycle. He designed the world's first general-purpose computer called the analytical engine, which had 4 parts: an input device, a mill, processing unit, a storage device, and an output device. Charles Babbage is regarded to have laid the foundation of modern computing and is popularly known as the father of modern computers. Infobyte. The analytical engine could store 1,000 numbers of 50 decimal digits each. Evolution of computers. Developmental stages of computers have been categorized into 5 generations based on major technological advancements. Let's study about the computers of these 5 generations. First generation computers, 1946 to 1958. First generation computers had the following characteristics. They used vacuum tubes. They were quite heavy and occupied a large space. They used punched cards and paper tape for inputs and outputs. They used magnetic drums for memory. Speed was about 10,000 instructions per second. The first generation computers had the following disadvantages. They produced a lot of heat and noise and broke down frequently. They were very expensive to buy, difficult to set up and maintain. They were very big in size and therefore required a huge space. It was impossible to move them from one place to another. They consumed a lot of power and they were very slow. Some famous first-generation computers are ENIAC, Electronic Numerical Integrator and Computer. This was the first electronic digital computer and had over 18,000 vacuum tubes. It was built by John Eckert and John Moseley in 1946. EDSAC, Electronic Delay Storage Automatic Calculator. This was the first electronic digital computer that used stored programs. It was built by Maurice Wilkes and his team in Cambridge University in 1949. EDVAC, Electronic Discrete Variable Automatic Computer. EDVAC was built by John Eckert and John Moseley, who also built the ENIAC with the help of John von Neumann, who helped to formulate the idea of stored programs. UNIVAC, Universal Automatic Computer. John Eckert and John Moseley, who also built the ENIAC and the EDVAC, built the UNIVAC in 1951. This was the first general-purpose electronic computer designed for commercial use. Second-generation computers, 1958 to 1964. The invention of the transistors in mid-1950s paved the way for the second-generation computers. Transistors were much faster and more reliable. They consumed lesser energy and generated less heat. The second-generation computers had the following characteristics. They used transistors. They were somewhat smaller in size and they could fit inside a room. They were more efficient and cheaper than the first-generation computers. They used punched cards and paper tape for inputs and punched cards and printers for outputs. They used magnetic drums which allowed the use of hard disks for storage. Their speed was about 30,000 instructions per second. IBM 1400 series featured some famous second-generation computers. The second-generation computers had the following disadvantages. Although these were more efficient than the first-generation computers, they produced quite a lot of heat. They were quite expensive. They were quite big in size, so they couldn't be taken from one place to another. Commercial production was very costly and difficult. Third-generation computers, 1965 to 1970. The invention of the integrated circuits, ICs, started the era of the third-generation computers. An IC is a combination of thousands of small transistors and wires on a small clip. The third-generation computers had the following characteristics. They used ICs which consumed less power and produced less heat. They were much smaller than the computers of earlier generations and could fit on a table or a desk. They were cheaper and more efficient than the computers of earlier generations. Thus, computers became accessible to common people. They used keyboards for inputs and monitors for outputs. Speed of these computers was about 5 million instructions per second. PDP-8 was the first successful commercial mini-computer. IBM 360 and IBM 370 are also examples of third-generation computers. Infobyte. The ARPANET, which was the beginning of the modern Internet, was developed during the third generations of computers. Fourth-generation computers, 1971 till present. The invention of microprocessor brought a significant change in the development of computers. This period is known as the fourth generation of computers. The microprocessor is a type of very large-scale integrated circuit, VLSIC, which uses the process of creating integrated circuits by combining millions of transistors. At the core of every modern computer is a powerful microprocessor made by combining thousands of ICs on a small silicon chip. The fourth-generation computers have the following characteristics. They use microprocessors. They are smaller than computers of earlier generations and fit in a palm. They are cheaper and much more efficient than the computers of earlier generations. They use keyboards and mouse and various other devices to input data and monitors, printers, and other devices for output. They have the highest processing speed and memory size among all the different generations of computers. Supercomputers with processing speeds exceeding billions of instructions per second have been developed. In 1975, IBM 5100 was the first commercially available portable computer. Apple Macintosh, which was launched in 1984, was a mouse-driven computer with a GUI, graphic user interface. All modern personal computers are fourth-generation computers. The various laptops and handheld devices that we use today are the fourth-generation computers. Fifth-generation computers, future. The use of artificial intelligence is the most important feature of the fifth-generation computers. These computers would use artificial intelligence, AI. The ability to think and reason as human beings. These computers would be able to understand patterns like face or human speech and take decisions on their own. Various experimental projects are now dealing with the ability of computers to help us in driving cars and planes. Computers are also being tested to control and operate robotic machinery, which have applications of deep-sea mining and delicate surgical operations. Tech word. Magnetic drum is a metal cylinder coated with magnetic iron oxide material on which data and programs can be stored. Integrated circuit is a combination of thousands of small transistors and wires on a small chip. Microprocessor. It is an integrated circuit made by combining millions of transistors on a small chip. Artificial intelligence, scientifically developed intelligence for the computer. Wind-up. The earliest calculating devices were mechanical devices like the abacus and Napier's bones. Charles Babbage is known as the father of modern computers. The advent of the vacuum tube marked the beginning of the first generation of electronic computers. Examples of the first generation computers are ENIAC, EDVAC, EDSAC, and UNIVAC. The second generation computers started using transistors and became smaller in size with increased efficiency. The third generation computers started using integrated circuits. The computers we use today are the fourth generation computers. Artificial intelligence is the most important feature of the fifth generation computers. Files and folders. You have already worked with MS Paint, WordPad, Notepad, MS Word, etc. When you draw a picture and save it, you actually save your picture in a file. Similarly, when you work in other applications like Notepad, WordPad, and MS Word and save your work, you save files. Files of different applications have different icons. You can easily recognize them by looking at their icons. However, it will become difficult to find a file if there are hundreds of files. To get rid of this difficulty, we have options in Windows to create folders and subfolders. A folder is a container where files can be stored. A folder can also store other folders. A folder within another folder is called a subfolder. We can create a folder and keep some particular files in it, so that we do not face any difficulty in finding them. Look, Sam has created 4 folders to store his Paint files, WordPad files, Notepad files, and MS Word files separately. He has named the folders accordingly. Will he not be able to find his desired file quickly and easily? InfoByte. You can create any number of subfolders and each can hold any number of files and additional subfolders. Windows Explorer. Windows Explorer is a very important file managing application. In Windows 7, we can view and organize the files and folders present on our computer. Let us see how this program works. How to start Windows Explorer? To start Windows Explorer, we need to follow the steps given below. Click the Start button on your computer screen. Start button looks like this. This will open the Start menu. From the Start menu, click on All Programs. In the next menu that opens, click on Accessories. Select Windows Explorer to open the Windows Explorer window. Be quick. There are several other methods to start the Windows Explorer. Press Windows and E keys together on the keyboard. Right-click on the Start button and select Open Windows Explorer from the menu that opens. Click on Computer in the right pane of the Start menu. Components of the Windows Explorer window. Look at the different components of the Windows Explorer window. The various parts of the Windows Explorer window are designed to help users navigate around Windows or work with files, folders and libraries more easily. As shown in the given picture, the left pane of the Explorer window shows the drives and folders, whereas the right pane shows the files and subfolders in the folder. Let us take a look at the different parts of the Explorer window. Navigation pane. The navigation pane on the left allows us to browse through different parts of the computer. We use the Favorites section to open the most commonly used folders and searches, the Libraries section to access the libraries, documents, music, videos, etc., and the Computer section to browse folders and subfolders in particular disk drives, that is C and D, etc. The space on the hard disk is divided into different sections called drives. Back and forward buttons. The back and the forward buttons allow us to navigate to folders or libraries that we have recently browsed. Toolbar. We use the toolbar to perform common tasks such as changing the appearance of the files and folders, turning files onto a CD or creating a new folder. The toolbar's buttons change to show only the tasks that are relevant. For example, when a video file is clicked, the toolbar shows different buttons than it would show when a sound file is clicked. Address bar. The address bar shows the location of the current folder. It can also be used to open a different folder or library or to go back to the previous one. File list. This is where the contents of the current folder or library are displayed. We can create new folders in the current folders, and these subfolders will be inside the folder where we currently are. Search box. We use the search box to search for files or folders. We can type a word or a phrase in the search box to look for an item in the current folder or library. The search begins as soon as we begin typing. So, if we are looking for a file named Projects, as soon as we type P, all the files with names starting with the letter P will appear in the file list. Details pane. The Details pane shows the most common properties associated with a selected file or folder. File properties are information about a file such as the author, the data, when the file was last changed, and other information. Info byte. Whenever you open a folder by double-clicking on its icon, a window very similar to the Windows Explorer appears with the location of the current folder being displayed instead of the drives or the libraries present in your computer. Views in Windows Explorer. There are different views available in Windows Explorer window. We can select the desired option to display the file icons bigger or smaller. Besides, we can also choose how much information about the files and folders should be displayed. To make such changes, we use the View button in the menu bar. We can choose the way our files and folders get displayed by cycling through several different views: large icons, list, a view called details that shows several columns of information about the file, a smaller icon view called tiles, and a view called content that shows some of the content from within the file or folder, etc. Working with files and folders. You studied about Windows Explorer, which allows us to manage our files and folders. Let's know how we can do so. Viewing the contents of a file or folder. To view the contents of a file or a folder in Windows Explorer, double-click on the file or folders icon in the right pane of the Windows Explorer window. To view the contents that are inside a folder, simply click on the folder in the navigation pane of the Explorer window, which will display the contents of the selected folder in the right pane of the Explorer window. If you click on the My School Files folder in the left navigation pane, you will see the contents of that folder in the right pane of the Explorer window. Creating a new folder. Follow the steps given below to create a new folder at any particular location. Open Windows Explorer. Use the navigation pane to move to the folder where you want to create the folder and select it by clicking on it. Note that the right pane displays the contents of this folder. Click on New Folder in the toolbar. A new folder with the name New Folder is created with the option of renaming it. Write the desired name and press Enter to create the folder. As shown in the following figures, we have typed Computer 4 and then pressed the Enter key. Another method. Let's see another method to create a folder. In Windows Explorer, move to the folder where you want to create the folder and select it by clicking on it. Right-click on the blank area in the right pane, which will open a menu. Click on the New option. Click on the folder to create a new folder. Type the desired name and press Enter to create a new folder. Renaming a file or a folder. To rename a file or a folder, follow the given steps. Use the navigation pane in Windows Explorer to move to the folder you want to rename. Right-click on the file or folder you want to rename. From the menu that appears, select the Rename option. Be quick. Select the file or folder you want to rename by clicking on it, then press the F2 key on your keyboard and type the name you want in the highlighted area. Name of the folder is selected and highlighted. Type the name you want in the highlighted area. Press Enter on your keyboard. Note that the name of the folder has changed. We have renamed the folder Computer 4 to Computer Class 4 and pressed the Enter key. Copying or moving a file or a folder. Copy option allows us to create a duplicate copy of the original file. We can then paste it at another location. Thus, the file moves from one location to another, leaving the original file as it is at its location. However, when we use the Cut option to move a file or a folder, it is transferred to the new location and no copy is left at the source location. Let us see how we can copy or move a file or a folder. Select the file or folder you want to copy in the Explorer window. Right-click on the file or folder you want to copy or move. From the menu that appears, select the Copy option if you want to copy the file or the Cut option if you want to move the file. Go to the Destinations folder using the navigation pane and right-click on the Destination folder. From the menu that appears, choose the Paste option to paste the file or folder. Be quick. To copy a file, Ctrl+C. To cut a file, Ctrl+X. To paste a file, Ctrl+V. Deleting a file or a folder. To delete a file or a folder, we need to follow the steps given. Right-click on the file or the folder you want to delete and choose the Delete option from the menu that appears. A dialog box appears asking for your confirmation. To delete the file, click on Yes. Be quick. Select the file or the folder by clicking on its icon in the right pane of Windows Explorer and press the Delete key on the keyboard. Restoring a deleted file or folder. The deleted files or folders can be restored from the recycle bin. To restore a deleted file or folder, follow these steps. Double-click on the recycle bin icon on the desktop. The contents of the recycle bin get displayed. Click on the file or folder that you want to restore. For example, the folder Computer Class 4 here. Click on the Restore This Item button on the toolbar. The restored file folder goes back to its original location. Searching files or folders. Sometimes you may not remember the location where you saved your file. In such a case, to save time and effort, you can quickly search folders or files using the search box located next to the address bar in the Windows Explorer window. To search files using Windows Explorer, follow these steps. Open the drive or the folder you want to search the required file. Type a word or a part of the word in the search box. The search begins automatically when you start typing. As you type in each character, the contents of the drive or folder are filtered to display the subfolders or files matching the specified words. Tech word. Restore, to bring back the file or folder at its location from where it was deleted. Folder, a container to store files and subfolders. Subfolder, a folder within a folder. Wind up. Each folder can hold any number of files, folders and subfolders. We use Windows Explorer to view and organize files and folders on computers. We can create a new folder at any particular location and rename the files and folders. When we use copy and paste commands, we create a duplicate copy of an original file and move it to another location. When we use the cut option to move a file or a folder, it is transferred to the new location and no copy of it is left at the source location. We can delete a file using the delete option. The deleted file is moved to the recycle bin. Input devices. Input devices allow us to input data into a computer. The data we put into the computer might be information or instructions, and the input may be in various forms like text, input using the keyboard, image or graphic, input using devices like scanners or digital cameras, audio, input using microphones, or video, input using devices like webcams and camcorders. Info byte. Nowadays, another very common form used to input data is any of the touch devices like a touch screen. Windows 8 is an operating system which allows PC users to use touch screens as input devices. Most modern smartphones and handheld devices use touch screens to input data. Let us take a look at some input devices that are commonly used. Keyboard. A keyboard consists of keys which denote letters, digits and symbols. A keyboard allows us to type letters, numbers and special characters into a computer. Keyboards are used for typing text and naming files and folders. We can speed up our work by using the keyboard shortcuts for various purposes. Most modern desktop computers use a QWERTY keyboard with 104 keys. Laptops have an inbuilt keyboard, while touchscreen devices like tablets and many smartphones use on-screen keyboards. There are different keys on the keyboard. The alphabet and the numeric keys, together called the alphanumeric keys, and the special keys Shift, Enter, Backspace, Delete, Windows key and the space bar. Apart from the alphanumeric and the special keys, the QWERTY keyboard also has a set of function keys from F1 to F12 at the very top. Function keys of QWERTY keyboard. Function keys perform various special functions. For example, we use the F2 key to rename files in Windows Explorer. For many programs like MS Word, the F1 key is used to open the help files for that program. There are also symbol keys, mathematical symbols, dot, comma, etc. on the keyboard. Mouse. A mouse is an input device which helps us point and select things on the computer screen. Thus, a mouse is a pointing device which helps users to navigate and select things. There are two types of mouse, with trackball and with scroll wheel. Without a mouse, you cannot switch from one program to another easily. Different types of mouses, such as optical, USB, Bluetooth, and trackballs help us to switch from one program to another easily. InfoByte. Nowadays, many keyboards and mouse devices are connected to the computer using a wireless connection or Bluetooth. Scanner. A scanner is used to scan the text or images from the printed page and convert it into digital form so that it can be viewed on the computer screen. The obtained images can then be modified and stored on a computer. Scanner can be broadly classified as graphical scanners and text scanners. Graphical scanners read photos or other images into the computer and digitize them, producing graphic files. Text scanners read pages of text and produce editable text files. Joystick. A joystick is also a pointing device that is used to move objects on the screen. It helps in playing computer and video games. Some joysticks allow movement in only 4 directions, namely forward, backward, left and right, whereas other joysticks allow movement in all directions. A simple joystick has only 1 or 2 buttons and a trigger. However, some have many buttons and advanced capabilities. Light pen. A light pen is another type of pointing device that is used to draw lines or images directly on the screen with the help of a light pen. You can move the pointer and select objects on the screen by directly pointing at them. This is not possible when you use a mouse. Webcam. A web camera or a webcam is a camera that is attached to the computer and is used to capture a video which can be input into the computer. Webcams are mostly used for video chats and video conferences. Many laptops come with an inbuilt webcam, whereas for most desktops, they are attached separately as a peripheral device. Digital camera. A digital camera is used to capture photographs and store them on the computer for viewing or printing them later. It provides the computer with graphic inputs. Most of the modern digital cameras are equipped to shoot videos and are used to feed in the video files as an input. Microphone. A microphone is used to input sound into the computer. In other words, it provides the computer with audio inputs. A microphone is required during voice chatting. It can also be used to record sounds on the computer. Microphones can be standalone or can be a part of the headset. Such microphones give a hands-free experience to users. Touchpad. A touchpad is an input device which consists of a specialized surface that translates the motion of your finger to a relative position on the screen. It is commonly used in laptops. Touchscreen. A touchscreen senses the human touch. To interact with the computer, you have to touch the words or pictures on. Output devices. Output devices present the information to the users. Let's study about some commonly used output devices. Monitor. Monitor is the most important output device. It visually conveys information as text, graphics and video. Information shown on a display unit is called the soft copy because the information exists electronically and is displayed for a temporary period of time. Let's know about some commonly used monitors. CRT, cathode ray tube monitors. Until a few years ago, CRT monitors were widely used. They are bulky and consume a lot of power. LCD, liquid crystal display monitors. LCD monitors are lighter and thinner than CRT monitors. They consume less power and display sharper images. OLED, organic light emitting display monitors. OLED monitors are thinner and brighter than LCD monitors. They display sharper images than LCD monitors. They consume lesser power as compared to other monitors. TFT, thin film transistor monitors. Most modern computers and smartphones use the TFT type screens to display the output. Smartphone uses TFT screen. Projector. A projector can project the output from a computer onto a screen. The screen can be a whiteboard, a specially designed white screen, or even a clean white wall. Projectors are used for screening movies, and they are also used in public places as well as during presentations to share visual information on the screen for everyone to see. Printer. A printer is an output device which takes out information from the computer system on a sheet of paper. The sheet of paper with the information printed on it is called the printout. Printouts are also referred to as the hard copy of the information. Some commonly used printers are discussed below. Dot matrix printer. A dot matrix printer prints characters by striking pins against an ink ribbon. Each pin makes a dot and the combination of dots forms a character. These printers are slow and noisy. Dot matrix printer. Inkjet printer. An inkjet printer sprays ink on a sheet of paper, forming characters. These printers print at a medium pace and produce high-quality output than the dot matrix printers. Laser printer. A laser printer deflects laser beams onto a photosensitive surface to print in high quality. However, it is expensive. Speakers and headphones. Speakers are used to listen to the sound coming from a computer. When we listen to the music on a computer, we use the speakers to listen to the sound. Thus, a speaker is an audio output device. Headphones are special types of speakers that are designed to be placed close to the user's ears. They are used when we want to listen to something without disturbing others around us. Tech word. IPO cycle. Input, process, output cycle. Alphanumeric. Alphabet and numeric characters together. Bluetooth. A technology which connects two electronic devices to exchange data and instructions without the use of wires. Soft copy. Result displayed on computer screen. Hard copy. Result printed on a paper. CRT monitor. Cathode ray tube monitor. OLED monitor. Organic light emitting display monitor. LCD monitor. liquid crystal display monitor, TFT monitor, thin film transistor monitor. Wind up. Data is the input fed into the computer using input devices. The input devices are the computer devices that allow us to enter data into the computer. Examples of input devices are keyboard, joystick, light pen, mouse, scanner, webcam, digital camera, touchpad, touch screen, microphone, etc. The output devices are the computer devices that display the information to users. Examples of output devices are printers, monitors, projectors, headphones and speakers. Introduction to MS PowerPoint 2010. Starting MS PowerPoint. To start MS PowerPoint, follow the steps given below. Click the Start button on your desktop. Click on All Programs. Scroll down to Microsoft Office and click on it. Now, click on Microsoft PowerPoint 2010. Be quick. On your keyboard, press the Windows key and the letter R together. This will open the Run dialog box. Type PowerPoint and then click OK. This will open the PowerPoint application. Components of MS PowerPoint 2010. Let's know about the components of MS PowerPoint 2010 application window. Title bar is located at the top of the MS PowerPoint window. It displays the name of the document. The minimize, maximize, and restore and close buttons are present on the top right corner of the title bar. Quick Access Toolbar contains some of the most frequently used commands like save, undo, redo, etc. Ribbon is located just below the title bar. It contains different options grouped together as tabs. To access these tabs, we use the ribbon tabs. File tab located on the top left corner of the application window contains file handling options like save, save as, print, close and new. Slides outline pane displays the thumbnails of all the slides in the presentation. Selecting any particular slide will make that slide appear on the right side of the window, displaying the content of that slide. Slide viewing pane is where the current slide is displayed. Horizontal ruler is located below the ribbon and allows users to set the left or right margins of the presentation. Vertical ruler is located towards the left of the window and allows users to define the top and bottom margins of the presentation. Status bar is located on the bottom left corner of the application window. It shows information like the serial number of the current slide and the total number of slides. View bar is located on the bottom right corner of the application window. It allows viewing the presentation in different modes: the normal view, the slide sorter view, and the slideshow view. Zoom tools is located just to the right of the view bar. It allows users to quickly set the zoom level of the document. Vertical scroll bar helps users to navigate up or down a slide in a presentation. Sometimes, just above the status bar, a horizontal scroll bar may also be present, which allows scrolling to the left or to the right. Creating a new presentation. When one starts MS PowerPoint, the application window opens with a new presentation. However, if the MS PowerPoint application is already running, follow the given steps to open a new presentation. Click on the File tab in MS PowerPoint 2010 window. Click on New. Double-click on the blank presentation or select the blank presentation and then click on Create button. Be quick. To open a new presentation in PowerPoint, press the Control key and the letter N together. A blank title slide is displayed as shown in figure. The title slide is used as the first slide to introduce the presentation to the audience. A blank slide consists of the dotted rectangular boxes called placeholders. A placeholder can contain text, table, chart, or any other component. Adding theme to the presentation. To make your presentation attractive, you can add colors and designs to the slides. PowerPoint provides ready-made color and design themes in the Themes group under the Design tab. For your presentation, select a theme of your choice. You can make changes in these themes by using the colors, fonts and effects tools on the right of these themes. Click on the title placeholder and enter a suitable title for your presentation. Here we have chosen the title Our School. Add the desired text in the subtitle placeholder. For example, you can write your name or name of the person who will deliver the presentation. Formatting the text. You can use text formatting options available in the Font group under the Home tab. Select the title you have entered. Click on the down arrow next to the Font color option in the Font group. A color palette drops down. Select the desired color, say red. The color of the selected text changes to red. In a similar way, you can change the font type and size. The B, I, and U tools make the text bold, italic, and underlined respectively. Inserting a new slide. Follow the steps given below to insert a new slide in a presentation. Select the Home tab. Click on the small drop-down arrow of the New Slide button. Various layouts are shown in the Office Theme dialog box that opens. Choose the one you need by clicking on it. This opens a new slide with a selected layout. Be quick. The keyboard shortcut to insert a new slide is to press the Control key and the letter M together. Inserting pictures in the slide. To insert a picture in the slide, click on the Picture option under the Images group under the Insert tab. In the Insert Picture dialog box that opens, select the picture that you want to use on the slide. Click on the Insert button. The picture appears on the slide. You can resize the picture by dragging its corners. You can drag the picture to the desired place using the mouse. Saving a presentation. You can save your presentation so that you can use it any time in future. Let's know how to save a presentation. Click on the File tab in the MS PowerPoint 2010 window. Click on Save. The Save As dialog box opens. Select the location where you want to save the file. In the File Name text box, type the desired file name. Click on Save. InfoByte. The recent versions of MS PowerPoint 2007, 2010 and 2013 add a period, full stop and an extension PPTX after the file name. So, an MS PowerPoint document titled Our School will have a complete file name of ourschool.pptx. Our School is the file name and PPTX represents the file extension which is specific to the type of file. The older versions of PowerPoint used the extension PPT. Viewing slideshow. Slideshow refers to displaying all the slides of a presentation in a sequence on the full screen. There are 3 ways to view a slideshow. Click on the Slideshow tab and click on From Beginning. You can also press F5 on the keyboard to start the slideshow from the first slide. Alternatively, click on the Slideshow button on the status bar. This starts the slideshow from the current slide. Opening an existing presentation. When PowerPoint is not running, we can open a PowerPoint presentation by browsing to the folder which contains the file document and double-clicking on it. However, if an MS PowerPoint 2010 application window is already open, one can open an existing file by following the steps given below. Click on the File tab. Click on Open. The Open dialog box appears. Browse the folder in which the MS PowerPoint presentation you want to open is placed. Select the presentation you want to open. If you have selected the presentation, the name of the presentation will be displayed in the File Name text box. Click on Open so that the presentation appears in the application window. Be quick. To open the Open dialog box, press the Control key and the letter O together. After that, browse through the folder and select the required file. Closing a presentation. To close a particular presentation in MS PowerPoint 2010, follow the steps given below. Click on the File tab. Select the Close option. Exiting PowerPoint. To exit the MS PowerPoint application, click on the Close button on the top right corner of the application window. Alternatively, click on the File tab and then select Exit from the list of options that appears. Be quick. To close and exit the MS PowerPoint application, press the Alt key and the F4 key together. Tech word. Electronic presentation. A presentation prepared on a computer. Placeholder. A rectangular dotted box to place text, pictures, etc. in it on a slide. Ribbon. A white bar just below the title bar, containing different options grouped together as tabs. Wind-up. MS PowerPoint is an electronic presentation program. To start MS PowerPoint 2010, click on Start. Go to All Programs, then go to Microsoft Office, Microsoft PowerPoint 2010. Some of the important components of the MS PowerPoint 2010 application window are the title bar, the slide viewing pane, the slides outline pane, the File tab, the ribbon and the status bar. To make our presentation attractive, we can add colors and designs to the slides. By selecting the required option from the File tab, we can open new or existing files and saving the files. To view the slideshow presentation, you can press F5 key on the keyboard. We can click on the Close button to exit the MS PowerPoint 2010 file, and we can select the Exit option from the File tab to close the program. Pen up and pen down commands. You know that the turtle draws a line when it moves. While writing with a pen, sometimes we lift the pen and then take it to a different place before starting to write again. In MSW logo, the pen up command is used before moving the turtle to another part of the screen without drawing a line. The short form for the pen up command is PU. To make the turtle draw a line again, we use the pen down command. The short form for the pen down command is PD. Let us study how the PU and PD commands work. FD100 moves the turtle forward by 100 steps and a line is drawn. PU lifts the pen up. RT90 turns the turtle right by 90 degrees. FD100 moves the turtle forward by 100 steps, but no line is drawn because of the pen up command. RT90 turns the turtle right by 90 degrees. PD brings the pen down. FD100 moves the turtle forward by 100 steps and a line is drawn. Info byte. Even when you have used the Penup command, you can use the label command to print something on the main screen or print command to print something in the recall list box without using Pendown command again. Hideturtle and Showturtle commands. The turtle remains on the screen even after it finishes the drawing. However, you can make it invisible using the Hideturtle command. The short form for the Hideturtle command is HT. If you want to make the turtle appear again, we use the command Showturtle. The short form for this command is ST. For example, the following set of commands will draw a square. FD100, RT90, FD100, RT90, FD100, RT90, FD100. As you can see, the turtle is visible on the screen. To hide it, we use the command HT and get a square as the output on the main screen. To make the turtle appear again, we use the ST command. Repeat command. We have seen that we can draw a square using the following commands: FD80, RT90, FD80, RT90, FD80, RT90, FD80, RT90. If you notice carefully, you will see that the first two commands are repeated 4 times to draw the square. To make our job easier in such situations, MSW logo allows us to use the repeat command. The repeat command repeats any set of instructions for a specified number of times. The form of the repeat command in MSW logo is repeat, number of times, steps to be repeated. Thus, the command to draw the above square can be simplified using the repeat command as repeat 4, FD80, RT90. The repeat command is a useful command and can be used for different purposes. Drawing regular polygons. Regular polygons are polygons which have all the sides and angles equal. For example, a square. To draw a closed regular polygon, the turtle has to go around the entire figure and return where it started from. In other words, it has to turn through 360 degrees. Thus, if the polygon has n number of sides, then each time the turtle has to turn through 360 by n degrees. Let us see how we can use repeat command to draw different regular polygons. Triangle 3, repeat 3, FD80, RT120. Square 4, repeat 4, FD80, RT90. Pentagon 5, repeat 5, FD80, RT72. Drawing a circle with repeat command. You can observe that as the number of sides increases, the figure looks more and more like a circle. Thus, a polygon with 360 sides looks almost like a circle. We can use this fact to draw a circle in MSW logo by using the following command. Repeat 360, FD1, RT1. Repeat command inside another repeat command. Sometimes we can use the repeat command inside a repeat command. This form is called nested loop and can be used to create very complex and intricate designs. For example, the command repeat 6, FD100, repeat 60, FD20, BK20, RT6, RT60 produces the output as shown in the adjacent figure. Tech word. Polygon, a closed figure with 3 or more sides. Loop, a set of instructions to carry on a program a number of times. Nested loop, a loop inside another loop. Wind up. Penup PU command is used before moving the turtle to another part of the screen without drawing a line. The Pendown PD command restores the turtle to its normal line drawing mode. The Hideturtle or HT command hides the turtle. while the Showturtle or ST command makes it visible again. The pen erase PE command makes the turtle function like an eraser, erasing lines while moving. The pen normal command resets the turtle to its normal line drawing mode. The repeat command can be used to repeat a set of commands for a specified number of times. We can also use the repeat command inside a repeat command. Features of MS Word 2010. MS Word 2010 has the following features. You can create letters, reports, notices, newsletters, etc. You can modify the text while typing or after typing the text. You can format the text using color, character style, text size, border, shading and various other effects. You can insert graphics. Selecting text. Selecting text is very important to make certain changes in the text. It is done to instruct the computer which part is to be modified. We use the keyboard or the mouse to select the text in a document. Before we learn how to do it, let us take a look at the screen below. The blank area to the left of the typed text is called selection area. Note that when your mouse is over the typed text, the mouse pointer looks like a cursor. If we click the mouse and begin to type, the letters will start appearing. But when the mouse pointer is on the selection area, it changes to a right pointing arrow. We can use this to select different parts of the text. Selecting text using a mouse. If you want to select the text using a mouse, click where you want to begin the selection from. Then press the left mouse button and drag the pointer over the text till where you want to select. The selected part will be highlighted in blue. Let's see how we can select different parts of the text quickly using a mouse. Let us take a look at some of these options. Selection, mouse action, a word. Double-click anywhere on the word, a line of text. Move the pointer to the selection area and it will change to a right pointing arrow and click once. A sentence. Press Ctrl and then click anywhere on the sentence. A paragraph. Triple-click anywhere on the paragraph. Multiple paragraphs or multiple line of text. Move the pointer to the selection area to the left of the first paragraph or the line until it changes to a right pointing arrow and then press the left mouse button while you drag the pointer up or down. A large block of text. Click at the start of the selection and scroll to the end of the selection. Then press Shift while you click where you want the selection to end. An entire document. Move the pointer to the left of any text until it changes to a right pointing arrow and then triple-click. A vertical block of text. Press the Alt key on your keyboard while you drag the pointer over the text. Selecting text using a keyboard. A keyboard can also be used to select the text. We need to move the cursor to the left of the first character of the text that we want to select. To move the cursor with the keyboard, use the arrow keys up, down, left and right keys together with some special keys like Home, End, Page Up and Page Down keys. They are usually located above the arrow keys on the keyboard. We can use the Home key to take the cursor to the beginning of the line and the End key to take it to the end of the line. We can also click with the mouse to bring the cursor to the desired location. Let us study some keyboard actions. Selection, keyboard action. One character to the right, Shift plus right arrow. One character to the left, Shift plus left arrow. An entire word to the right, Control plus Shift plus right arrow. An entire word to the left, Control plus Shift plus left arrow. End of current line, Shift plus End. Beginning of current line, Shift plus Home. One line down, Shift plus down arrow. One line up, Shift plus up arrow. End of the current paragraph, Control plus Shift plus down arrow. Beginning of the current paragraph, Control plus Shift plus up arrow. End of the current document, Control plus Shift plus end. Beginning of the current document, Control plus Shift plus Home. The entire document, Control plus A. You can also select different text portions placed at different places. For example, you can select a paragraph on one page and a sentence on another page. The steps to select text are as follows. Select the paragraph or sentence or word as per your requirement. Press and hold the Control button on the keyboard. Use the mouse to take the cursor to the next sentence or word or paragraph as required to be selected. And click and drag the mouse to select it. Note that this part of the text is selected along with the part that was earlier selected. Repeat the process without releasing the Control button to select multiple words or sentences which are not next to one another. Release the Control key after all the required parts of the text have been selected. Inserting or replacing text. If we need to replace a part of the text with some new text, we first need to select the text to be replaced. Once the text is selected and we begin to type the new text, the selected text is deleted and the new text is typed over it. Thus, the selected text is replaced with a new one. This is known as overtyping. If we need to add text to an already existing document, we can insert text into the document at the desired place. To do this in MS Word, we use the following steps. Place the cursor to the right of the character where you want to enter the text. Type the new text which would be placed where the cursor is. Note that you may have to press the space bar once before you start typing the new text. Copying and moving text. Sometimes we also need to copy one part of the text and move it to another part of the document or even to another document. Copying text. When we copy the text, we create a duplicate copy of it. Let us see how we can do this in MS Word 2010. Select the text that you want to copy. Click on the Copy option in the Clipboard group on the Home tab. Place the cursor at the location where you want to paste the copied text in another document by opening that Word document and placing the cursor at the required position in the document. Finally, click on the Paste option in the Clipboard group. You will see that the portion of the text that was previously selected and copied has now been pasted at the new location. Moving text. If we want to remove the selected text from one part of the document and place it at another place or even at another document, we use the Cut option. This is called moving the text. Let us see how we can do this. To move the text, follow the given steps. Select the text that you want to cut by using any of the selection methods described. Look at the Clipboard group on the Home tab. You will find the Cut option. The button looks like a pair of scissors. Click on it to cut the text. Place the cursor at the location where you want to paste the cut text. You can even place the cut text in another Word document. Click on the Paste option in the Clipboard group. You will see that the portion of the text that was previously selected and cut has now been pasted at the new location and the text has been moved from its original location. Be quick. The keyboard shortcut for the Copy option is Ctrl+C. The keyboard shortcut for the Cut option is Ctrl+X. The keyboard shortcut for the Paste option is Ctrl+V. Info Byte. When we cut or copy a portion of the text, Windows stores that portion in a temporary storage area called the clipboard. Deleting text. We can delete a part of the text in a document by following the steps given below. Select the text you want to delete. Press the delete or the backspace key. This will delete the selected text. The undo and redo options. The quick access toolbar is located on the left of the title bar. The quick access toolbar has two buttons. The one with an anti-clockwise pointing arrow is called the undo button, while the one with a clockwise pointing arrow is called the redo button. The undo button is used to cancel the effects of the last action performed. For example, while typing, if a letter is typed which is unwanted, we can undo this action immediately after performing it by pressing the undo button. The redo button is used to reverse the actions of the undo button. Be quick. The keyboard shortcut for undoing an action is Ctrl+Z. The keyboard shortcut for redoing an action is Ctrl+Y. Tech word. Clipboard, a temporary storage area. Undo, to cancel the previous action. Redo, to reverse the action of redo button. Wind up. We can use the keyboard or the mouse to select the text. We have to select the text before we can edit it. To replace a part of the text is selected and deleted and the new text is typed over it. We can insert text into the document, that is, add text to some text which is already existing. We use the copy and paste option from the clipboard group to copy and paste the selected text. We use the cut and paste options from the clipboard group to move the selected text. And we can delete a part of the text in a document. To do this, select the text and press the delete key or the backspace key. The quick access toolbar in the title bar has the undo and the redo buttons. Checking spelling and grammar. Place the cursor at any point in the document from where you want to start spelling and grammar check. Click on the Review tab. Click on the Spelling and Grammar option in the Proofing group. The Spelling and Grammar dialog box appears. The Spelling and Grammar dialog box lists out the misspelled words and grammatical mistakes one by one. You can choose from one of the following options. Choose the correctly spelled word from the Suggestions box and click on the Change button to replace the word or the Change All button to replace all the occurrences of this word in the document. Click on the Ignore Once button or the Ignore All button. Choosing this button means that no correction is required. Click on the Add to Dictionary button to add this word to the word dictionary. When a word is added to the dictionary, word no longer highlights it as a misspelled word. Choose the appropriate button as per your requirement. Word then displays the next misspelled word or grammatical mistake in the document. When Word is through with the spelling and grammar check, it displays a message box. Click on OK to complete the process. Be quick. You can also activate Spelling and Grammar dialog box by pressing F7. You can right-click the misspelled word to see suggested corrections. You can select the correct option by clicking on it or choose the other options like ignoring the particular error, ignoring all such errors, or even adding the word to MS Word's inbuilt dictionary. Infobite. Some words are spelled differently in British and US English. So, you may get a wavy line under a word because it is spelled differently in US English. You can ignore such words. Thesaurus. A thesaurus lists words that have similar meanings, synonyms, or opposite meanings or antonyms. MS Word has an inbuilt thesaurus to suggest synonyms or antonyms for the selected word. To use the thesaurus, follow the steps given below. Double-click or use any other method you know to select the word for which you are trying to find a synonym or an antonym. Click the Review tab. Click on the Thesaurus button in the Proofing group. Use the pane on the right to select a synonym or an antonym of the selected word. Click the arrow next to the word you choose and click Insert. Finding and replacing text. It is difficult to locate a particular word in a large document, but there is an option in MS Word which can help you find the particular word in seconds. Finding text. To find text, click on the Home tab. In the Editing group, click Find to open the Find and Replace dialog box. Note that the Find tab is selected by default. In the Find What box, type the text that you want to search for. MS Word starts looking for the text you typed in the box, beginning from your cursor position, and highlights the first instance. To skip this instance of the text and proceed to the next instance, click Find Text. Be quick. You can open the Find and Replace dialog box using the keyboard shortcut Ctrl+F with the Find tab selected. Replacing text. To replace text, click on the Home tab. In the Editing group, click Replace to open the Find and Replace dialog box. Note that the Replace tab is selected by default. In the Find What box, type the text that you want to replace. In the Replace With box, type the text you want to replace it with. Click Find Next. Word will highlight the next instance where the text occurs with the following options. Replace to replace the highlighted text. Replace all to replace all instances of the text in the document. Find Next to skip this instance of the text and proceed to the next instance. Be quick. You can use the keyboard option Ctrl+H to open the Find and Replace box with the Replace tab selected. Formatting options. Formatting means making the appearance of the text more readable and attractive, and to emphasize a particular portion of the text as well. MS Word provides us with various options to change font color, size, style and alignment, set the margins of the page, change the alignment of the text, etc. Most of the formatting options are located in the font and the paragraph groups on the Home tab. Changing the font. Select the text you wish to modify. Click the drop-down arrow next to the font box on the Home tab. The font drop-down menu appears. Move the mouse pointer over the various fonts or use the scroll button on the mouse to move up or down the list. A preview of the highlighted font will appear in the document. Select the font you wish to use. The font will change in the document for the selected text. Info Byte. Default settings are those settings which are applied unless you make any other choice or change. The default name when you open an MS Word 2010 document is document1.docs and the default font is Calibri Body. Changing the font size. Select the text you wish to modify. Click the drop-down arrow next to the font size box on the Home tab. A drop-down menu appears. Move the mouse pointer over the various font sizes to see a preview of the highlighted text with the selected font size. Click on the desired font size to select it. Info Byte. You can also use the grow font and shrink font commands to change the font size. Changing the font color. Select the text you wish to modify. Click the Font Color drop-down arrow on the Home tab. The Font Color menu appears. Move the mouse pointer over the various font colors to see a preview of the highlighted text with selected font color. Click on the desired font color to apply it on the selected text. Note that you can select other colors by clicking More Colors at the bottom of the list to access the colors palette. Choose the color that you want and click OK. Highlighting text. Select the text you wish to modify. Click the Home tab and then the Text Highlight Color drop-down arrow to open the Highlight Color menu. Move the mouse pointer over the various colors to see a preview of the selected text with the highlight color. Click on the desired highlight color to apply it on the selected text. Using the bold, italic and underline options. Select the text you wish to modify. Click the bold B, italic I or underline U button in the font group on the Home tab to apply the respective styles to the selected text. Note that you can select more than one option at the same time. You can make the desired text bold, underlined and italicized. Be quick. After selecting the text, press Ctrl+B to make the text bold. Press Ctrl+I to italicize the text. Press Ctrl+U to underline the text. Changing the text case. The Change Case drop-down menu allows us to choose from various common forms of writing the sentences. Select the text you wish to modify. Click the Change Case button in the Font group on the Home tab. Select the desired case option from the list. Be quick. The keyboard shortcut to switch between the different cases after you have selected the text is Shift plus F3. Sentence case. The first character of the first word of the sentence is capitalized. Lowercase. All the characters are in lowercase or small letters. Uppercase. All the characters are in uppercase or capital letters. Capitalize each word. The first letter of each word is capitalized. Toggle case changes the lowercase characters to uppercase and the uppercase characters to lowercase. Aligning the text. Aligning text refers to setting the direction of text. The direction of text can be set in 4 ways: center align, right align, justify align, left align. Be quick. Keyboard shortcuts to align text left, Ctrl+L. Center align the text, Ctrl+E. Align text right, Ctrl+R. Justify the text, Ctrl+J. Left align sets the text to the left margin. Center align sets the text at the center of the window. Right align sets the text to the right margin. Justify align. It gives the text both left and right alignment. Bullets and numbering. MS Word provides a feature known as bullets and numbering, which is used to represent the text in listed form. There are 3 types of listings. They are bulleted list. It creates the list in bulleted style. Numbered list. It creates the list in numbered style. Multi-level list. It creates the nested lists. Text can also be displayed in the form of an ordered list as well as an unordered list. To display an unordered list, use the bullets option. To display an ordered list, use the numbering option. To add bullets, select the text. Click the bullets option from the paragraph section. To add numbering, select the text. Click the numbering option in the paragraph section. Different styles of bullets and numbering can also be applied by clicking the small arrow presented along with the bullet options. Internet. The Internet is an international network of computers. It connects millions of computers all across the world. All computers that are a part of the Internet can communicate and share information with one another. Internet is also popularly known as the net. Uses of Internet. Internet has become an important part of our everyday life due to its ever-growing uses and popularity. Let's know about some of its important uses. You can get information on any topic. You can chat with people and send and receive emails. You can buy products on the Internet. You can listen to music, watch movies, and play games on the Internet. You can book tickets and pay bills through the Internet. Connecting to the Internet. To connect to the Internet, we need the following: a modem, a telephone connection, wireless or cable connection, an Internet service provider, a web browser installed on the computer. Internet terms. ISP. ISP stands for Internet Service Provider. It provides Internet service to the users and charges a certain amount for it. Some popular ISPs are BSNL, Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited, Tata Indicom, Airtel and Reliance. Infobyte. ARPANET Advanced Research Project Agency Network is a network set up by the U.S. Department of Defense in the year 1969, laid the foundation of the Internet. The ISPs provide hardware devices such as a modem or a router to connect your computer to the Internet. Modem stands for modulator, demodulator. It is used so that the data can be sent and received between a computer and a telephone line. www. www or World Wide Web is a collection of interconnected pages that contain text, pictures, audios and movies. The various pages are connected using links and can be accessed through the Internet. Web browser. A web browser is a software that lets you access the pages on the World Wide Web. Some examples of web browsers are shown alongside. Web page. The pages that make up the World Wide Web are known as web pages. A web page is created using a language called HTML or Hypertext Markup Language. It can be seen or accessed using a web browser. The pages may contain text, images, audios, videos, and links. Phrases such as navigating the web or surfing the web are used when you visit one web page followed by the other. Hyperlinks. A web page has links that connect it to other pages, or it's one part to another in the same web page. These links are known as hyperlinks. A hyperlink may be a text or a picture. The mouse pointer generally takes the shape of a hand when it is moved over a hyperlink. When you click on a hyperlink, the part that it is linked to opens in the browser window. Website. A collection of linked web pages forms a website. The first page of a website is called the home page. The home page gets displayed first when the website is opened using a browser. The home page contains hyperlinks to other pages of the website. Infobyte. Tim Berners-Lee is known as the father of World Wide Web. URL. Each website is identified by its URL. It stands for Uniform Resource Locator. It is an address unique to the website. Examples of URLs are https://www.funcinemas.com/ www.anandbooksint.com. Accessing a web page using a browser. A web browser helps us access a web page. Let us know about a popular web browser, Internet Explorer. Starting Internet Explorer. Click on the Start button on the desktop. Point to All Programs option. Click on Internet Explorer. The Internet Explorer window opens. Components of the Internet Explorer window. Let's know about some important components of the Internet Explorer window. Address bar. The URL of the website is entered in the address bar. After entering the URL, press Enter to access the website. Back button. Back button helps us return to the previous page. You can click on the back button multiple times if you have browsed through many pages. Each time, the back button will take you from the current page to the previous page. Forward button. It is used to go to the next page. This button can be used only if you have made use of the back button to browse through the previous web pages. Stop button. It is used to stop a web page from being displayed in the browser window while it is still opening. Refresh button. It is used to reload a web page. It can be used when the page has not displayed properly or to check and see if any changes have been made to a page since the last visit. Favorites button. It is used to save the URL or address of web pages that you like and may want to visit later. If you are on a website that you want to make a favorite, follow these steps. Click on the Favorites button. Click on the Add to Favorites options. The Add a Favorite dialog box appears. Click on Add. The URL gets added to the list of favorites. You can click on it to access the website. Home button. It is used to display the home page of the browser. The home page is the page that opens on its own when you open a browser. You can set the home page of the browser according to your preference. The steps for setting the desired home page are: click on Tools, go to Internet Options. The Internet Options dialog box appears. Click on the General tab. Type URL of the web page in the address entry box and click on OK. Searching for information using search engines. Internet is an ocean of information on almost each and every topic of human concern. You can get information about nature, planets, human body, plants, poets, singers, scientists, and so on. It is not possible for you to know the URLs or addresses of all websites that contain information on a given topic. For this reason, you have to use search engines. A search engine is a software that searches the various web pages on the World Wide Web for a particular information. The topic on which the information is required is specified in the form of keywords. The search results are displayed as a list of links to the pages on which the keywords were found. Some of the popular search engines are Google, Yahoo Search, Alta Vista, Bing, and Lycos. Google has become the de facto search engine on the web. The Google search engine is based on a very complex algorithm that continuously keeps browsing the internet to create an index of web pages. It then creates a search catalog for us. The results searched for are based on a rank known as PageRank. You can customize search options using an operator such as the AND operator.